Hi, welcome to GoodAccountants.com Talk. Today we're going to be speaking with Stephen Cromwell, a CPA in College Park, Maryland. Steve is a member of our network. How are you today, Steve?
Yeah, hi. Good, Steve. Thanks for calling.
Absolutely. So I wanted to ask you a little bit about your experience with GoodAccountants.com. How did you first hear about us at GoodAccountants.com?
Well, over the years, I had gotten a few phone calls from the organization, and just the timing wasn't right to pursue the opportunities that you all had provided or were talking to us about. And a pretty good opportunity came along. I believe, Steve, you had presented the opportunity to me, and we thought we'd give the organization a try.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about your practice and where you're located and the types of services you provide.
Sure. Our practice does provide a lot of tax and tax advisory, such as tax planning type services. We do offer some auditing, some compilation, some review, and then the other big component of our practice is we do a lot of peer review, where we go out to other accounting firms and review the financial statements, the compilation reviews and audits that those firms do to make sure they're doing them according to AICPA standards. So we have a lot of experience in various facets.
Well, that's great. You definitely have a good practice. Now, when you first signed up with us in January, no, I'm sorry, that was back in January 2013, the client that we presented to you was in need of 3 years of 401k audits for their benefits plan. And I understand you met with them and you didn't get it. And this does happen sometimes. I did speak with them after the meeting, and ultimately they did choose another accountant and ended up paying $27,000 to have that work done. But how did you feel after not getting that client?
Well, I was a little bit disappointed. I thought that I thought that we would we go in there with a strong proposal, have a good quality meeting with the client, and then secure the work. But it turned out we didn't. Again, I knew that your organization was providing us with a lead and an introduction, and so I had to try to kind of think, kind of weigh that compared to to the fact that I really wanted these audits, but I figured maybe there'd be some other opportunities coming along.
Sure, and we did present you with a few other things after that, but you actually, I guess, weren't too happy at that point and ended up asking your credit card company to refund your $5,000 membership fee. I guess you kind of got cold feet. What happened?
Sure. I got a little bit disappointed. This was going into like the July-August time frame, because after that initial meeting with that client, the other opportunities that were presented were fairly small, type individual tax returns, that type of thing. Nothing as robust as this first meeting, and I just started to get disappointed. And I said, well, is this really worth it? Am I really going to get anything out of this relationship? So unfortunately, I think accountants tend to be very skeptical of things in general. So as you probably are aware, my skepticism radar kind of shot up, and I was thinking, well, maybe I need to get out of this before it gets worse. But lo and behold, this was about maybe a month and a half later. Steve did provide us with a pretty strong opportunity, and we, I had a good working relationship with Steve, and I kind of put my faith in Steve that he would continue to advocate for us and try to uncover opportunities for us.
I appreciate that. And I understand that you did get a great client from us at goodaccountants.com. Tell us a little bit about them and what you're doing for them.
Sure. This is a commercial development, what they call a CDFC, Community Development Corporation, and it's a nonprofit. They kind of act as like a bridge between banks and small businesses that are looking for funding in the community, small minority business, disadvantaged businesses. And they had a need for an auditor. We came into the provided them, went to an initial meeting, had a very good meeting, provided the organization with a proposal, and they were pretty happy with the proposal, and we were accepted. Our proposal was accepted, and we went ahead and did the work. And the nice thing about it is that we got some follow-on work that was referred to us from one of the board members of that organization. So this was a totally new client, and so it wasn't even, it was the fact that we did a very good job for that Community Development Corporation. They recommended another one, and we ended up putting a proposal in for that and getting that job. So it kind of allowed us to get another audit that we weren't expecting.
Well, that's great. And that does happen a lot, that an accountant will get a client from us and then receive referrals from that client when they do a good job. Now, I understand that the initial client that you were able to obtain a 3-year engagement letter from them. Is that correct?
It is, yeah. It's a 3-year engagement, and we put a little cost escalation into that, just for inflation and that type of thing. So we are locked in now with that client for the next 3 years, and the follow-on work that we got with the second Community Development Corporation, that's a 2-year contract. But I have a feeling, based on when we went out there and saw the problems that the prior auditor, meaning the quality of the audit was not very good. I have a feeling that after these initial 2 years, we'll probably get renewed for another 2 or 3 year contract on that one.
That's great. I understand that the 3-year contract with the first client is going to bring you in excess of $50,000 in billing. Is that correct?
Yes, it will. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how much do you figure the second client they referred to you will bring you over the 2 years that you have that locked in for?
2 years, that one's going to be a little less, but again, it's a much smaller organization, but that will bring in we're thinking about $20,000 total in audit fees.
Okay, between the 2 years.
Between the 2 years, about $10,000 each year, yes.
Okay, so in reality, on your $5,000 investment to goodaccountants.com is bringing you over the next 3 years $70,000 in billing. Is that correct?
Essentially, that's not a bad return.
No, that's a great return.
No.
And I certainly appreciate the good work that you do and the fact that they like you, and that's a big part of this. Now,
Sure.
Since landing these clients, you've moved up to a $25,000 membership program with us, which is a designated service provider program. If you could, please share your thoughts regarding your continued relationship with us at goodaccountants.com and the future marketing efforts that we'll provide to you.
Sure. Again, I think that I've had a very good working relationship with Steve at the organization, and they do have very good back office support. There's a lady named Rose that works with Steve. They do a very good job in keeping the communication flowing. Some of the other opportunities that Steve has presented us with, again, each client's different, each situation's different, but some of the opportunities are just purely tax-based, tax returns that private corporations need done, or private companies need to be need completed. So so there's a whole lot of opportunities of various types. As I've realized, and as anybody should realize you're not going to win every opportunity that you go out to. But the benefit of this program is that Steve and his staff can provide opportunities to us that we either don't have the time to find on our own, and again give us those opportunities to go out and present or create a proposal for situations that we would not know exist.
Sure.
And if we go out and do a quality job on the work, or not even do a quality job, even if we don't get the client, but we create a quality proposal and provide a good quality solid meeting, it helps everyone. It helps good accountants. It helps our firm as well. So.
And it definitely helps the business owners. And I think that's the great thing about the service that we provide is at the end of the day, the business owners benefit, the accountants benefit, and we benefit as well. Now, I understand that since moving up to the higher participation level, that you did get a tax grant. It's a $4.1 million a year management consulting firm that you're going to probably make $7,000 for doing all of their 2013 tax returns. Is that correct?
Exactly, and this is an opportunity that came to us pretty soon after we decided to move up to the next level of marketing. And the key is that here's the key too, is that this is a quality client where the proposal that I provided to the client, I'm going to help the client because the client was not getting good service, but at the same time, the client is valuing, they value the services I'm providing, and we're being adequately compensated for this work, meaning that we're not going to spend 300-400 hours to bill $7,000. We'll probably end up with a very good billing rate on this client.
Sure. And I know that they're a good client. Last but not least, I just want to talk a little bit about the fact that despite the great client development results that we deliver, some accountants don't see advertising their accounting practice as a worthwhile investment. What would you say to them?
Sure. I would say that unfortunately with today's ultra-competitive environment, advertising or having a marketing partner is essential. If not, you're just going to be left out in the dust. There's, with the economy the way it was 3-4 years ago, good opportunities are hard to find, and there's a lot of competition for those opportunities.
Okay. Well, I thank you very much for speaking with me today, Steve, and I look forward to working with you. Have a great day.
Sure. Thanks, Steve.
All right. Bye now.
Okay.